verse 13, and it says, "And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them," death and hell, "and they were judged every man according to their works." So this leaves us the question, well, if that's the case, what happens to people when they die now? If that's been fulfilled, and I can give you scriptural reasons why I think it's been fulfilled, if hell has given up its dead, that dark place, that holding tank has been given up its dead, what happens now when people die? I believe, this is what I believe Scripture says, that we all enter into the presence of the Lord. Those who have been saved by grace through faith in Him are able to abide in His presence. They have been washed in the blood. They abide in His light and presence. And those who have not, that entrance into His realm is entrance into what is called the lake of fire. Now that's the place where there is burning and brimstone and a fire, which is in the presence of God. Some who have simply missed receiving Him in this earth might be in that situation of the presence of God being like a lake of fire for a millisecond. Some might be there for a longer term. The truly evil, barbaric people might be there for a long time, with it purging and burning away. The lake of fire, which again, according to Revelation 14:10, is in the presence of the Lamb and His angels, will purge and destroy all of the individual that is not of God. God is not, you're not going to enter into the lake of fire and have a bunch of things that are not of God and they'll remain. They won't remain. They're going to be rubbed away. That's what brimstone in the Greek means. It means a rubbing stone to rub away the hard edges of a knife blade. So it's a rubbing away. And remember Jesus said, this rock, you either fall upon it or it will fall upon you and grind you to powder. That's the same word in the Greek of what happens in the lake of fire and with the brimstone. Revelation says this, 21:8, "But the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the whoremongers, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and all liars," that's how it puts it, "shall have their part in the lake of fire, which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death." Did you catch that little quip of words, shall have their part? That means it's a little portion of what that is. If you remember the cup, God's wrath is said to be in a cup. That's a limited amount. Once it's poured out, that's it. And they will have their part in that wrath. Their portion, their allotment, and that is tied to a Hebrew word which means the lawful amount. The L-A-W-F-U-L, lawful amount will be poured upon them. Psalms 11:6 says something really interesting. "Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup." Again, that's similar to they shall have their part, as it says in Revelation. This shall be their portion. And so that idea of burning forever and ever and ever and ever is only applied in the book of Revelation, Revelation 20:10, to Satan, the devil, the false prophet, and the beast. They're the ones who will be in a place that burns forever and ever and ever. It says, "And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever." Those beings might be there forever and ever, but that was never the intention for human beings. Human beings from all descriptions of afterlife punishment first will experience this in measure as an allotment of the law for their crimes. And they will experience this in the lake of fire, which is in the presence of the Lamb and His holy angels, is purposeful and is remitting. It has a medicinal purpose to rub away all that is not of God. Now, if a person is 99% not of God, whatever comes out after that, we don't know. But that's just what we talked about tonight in our From the Word. All right.